Hello everyone, summer is here in Sardinia, and while I could be at the beach today, I am here making this video for you to let you know all about the plans for my renovation project. So stay tuned for all of the details. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Bianca, and I am a woman who has bought this house, this cheap house, on the island of Sardinia in Italy. So a couple weeks ago, I made an update video just giving people more information about where I've been and where I'm at with both my life and the renovations of my house. As mentioned in the update video, I met with my geometra, which was now way back in April, I believe. And we drew up the plans for my house. I'm going to give you the detail of all of those plans and walk you through what it's going to look like in my house. So that is what we're going to be talking about in today's video. For those of you who don't know, the house that I bought has 3 floors, one stacked on top of the other. It's a total of around 110 square meters. So that would work out to be around 37 square meters per floor. And there is a room at the front of the house and a room at the back of the house. So it is basically the same on each floor. You walk in the front door currently, there's a set of stairs, and the staircase is always on the right-hand side of the house. You'll see when I show you the plans where the stairs are located. But you basically enter the front door, walk up the stairs to the second floor, you go through the second floor, which is this room here, and walk up the stairs to the third floor. So the stairs are always on the right-hand side. And then we've got 2 rooms, 2 rooms, 2 rooms stacked on top of one another. That's the layout of the house. So there's not a lot of change that I can make, obviously, within that layout. But today I'm going to walk you through what things I am going to change or add to make this house the way I want it to be. Now, in terms of the plans of how I'm going to proceed with this, of course, everything is dependent on money and availability of the builders and things like that. The roof renovations are going to be the first things that happen because the roof has damage to it and water has been getting through into the walls. And you'll see shortly the damage that has been created because of that roof leaking. It didn't leak through like physically, like when it rains, water doesn't drip in or anything like that, but it definitely like goes into the walls and has impacted the quality of the walls and things like that. Now, because I'm already living in here, I had to decide like how I'm gonna move through these renovations and still live here. I don't know if at some point I'll need to move out. We will see. But the plan is to go up to the third floor, work on the third floor first. Number one, because the roof needs to be done. So given that we're going up there anyway, we'll do the roof and then the terrace and then my bedroom and then make the changes up there. So that all gets done. I'll move up there. Then I want the work to happen on the ground floor, which is where my kitchen will be, and do all of that work down there. And then this room in here, but there isn't a whole heap of stuff to be done in here. The priorities really are upstairs and downstairs. So that's what I'm going to work on in that particular order. First, third floor, or some people call it the second floor, then the ground floor, then the middle floor. Okay, so come with me and I'll take you through, I'll show you the plans themselves and I'll take you through the changes as they're going to happen. So as mentioned, front door, we walk up these stairs, we come through the green room this way, and then we have our next set of stairs. Now this is the damage that we have incurred on the walls. It was all here before I bought the house, so I knew it was there. I've cleaned it up as best as I can, but yeah, you can see there's a lot of water damage. It's all very, very thick stone here. These are the stairs up to the third floor. I will replace those at some point as well. We've got quite a bit of damage there too. And then this leads up into my bedroom. This room will be my bedroom and the terrace. I will put the plan up on screen so you can see what it looks like. But basically, as we go into this room, this bedroom, we're going to have my bedroom and then also a bathroom in this room. Now the bedroom itself, according to the plan, will become 15 squared meters when the bathroom is created. Now, as you can see, there's a doorway here, but what I would like to do is close this doorway off and have the entrance to my bedroom through the terrace. You can see how thick the walls are here. It comes out at 21 inches, or that would be around 54 centimeters. So what we'll do is we'll close off this part here, and then that can be used as storage on the other side. We'll come up the stairs. This will make obviously a nicer doorway, and I want to also, you can see there's like a little step here, so I'll get rid of this because every time I walk in through this doorway, I've hit my head quite a lot, so I kind of duck down. So I want to make that higher so I'm not going to hit my head. Then we come to this wall window into the bedroom here. So this is where I will enter into my bedroom, and I want this whole space to be a space that is flowing together from bedroom to terrace. So we have approval to open up this space to be 2 meters wide, and I'm going to have sliding glass doors that go here. Okay, so because I want to be able to close it at night, but I want to be able to open it up and easily walk between the two spaces. Now, of course, in addition to opening this up, like you'll see how much light it's going to bring into this space. This is probably the lightest space of the house, simply because there will be windows here. But opening this up is going to make a huge difference. Okay, so we're going to enter in, come up the stairs, come in this door, and then enter through sliding glass doors into my bedroom. So once we enter into the bedroom, then we will have my bedroom on this side, and these tiles are all going to change. I'm going to do ceramic tiles still because they're the best to use here, but I'm going to get wood-like tiles and put those down. So it looks like wooden floorboards, but it'll be ceramic. So super easy to lay, super beautiful looking, really the best choice, like better than wood, I would say. We also have wooden ceilings, and this is going to continue through to the terrace as well when that gets done. Now, because I want to close this door off, I've decided that I want to make the bathroom here. Now that's going to be a little tricky because on this side is where the piping is for the current bathroom on the ground floor. So they're going to have to bring the pipes up somehow, move them across over to here. And I know it's going to be a big job, but I know they can do it. Alternatively, I think they can potentially put it down that wall down to the ground floor and then under. But we'll see. They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. And the reason I want to do that as well is because when we have this 2 meter opening here, I think if I measured it correctly, it's going to sort of come to here or something, which doesn't leave me a lot of width for the bathroom over on this side. But the other reason I want to have the bathroom on that side, and this might sound like a little woo-woo to some people, but I am currently sleeping on the middle floor. I have tried putting my bed on that side and it doesn't feel good. I've tried putting my bed on this wall and it doesn't feel good. So far, the only wall I've been able to have a good night's sleep on is this side. And so I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's feng shui because there is like the door opening here and it feels weird having the door and my bed together. So it could be that if I close that off, my bed would be okay here. But this wall, absolutely not. There is just no way I can put my head there. It feels weird. This wall is definitely the best wall. Now, I was speaking to someone, and please share in the comments if you know anything about this, but I think this direction is, I want to say south, and there's something to do with like people feeling weird if they sleep with their head facing north or something, or I'm not sure, I can't remember. But anyway, regardless, my head feels good on this. I sleep well on this angle, on this direction, so that is where I'm gonna put the bed. So that is why I've decided to put the bathroom on the other side. So the bathroom, as you can see, is gonna go there, and it'll probably be about as wide as that broomstick. And it's gonna be all the way along here, and it's gonna finish up around where that coat hanger is. That's what I would like it to be, that sort of size from there to there and there. And then in that little corner there, and where the wall is going to be closed here, I want to do that as storage, like a little walk-in robe hanging space for my clothes. Now, the beauty of this house having 3 floors is that the houses next door are only 2 stories. So what that means is that there is no building connected to the walls here. So I have approval to open up a window here. So that's going to be a window for my bathroom, which is fantastic. And I have approval also to open up a window here as well. So not only am I going to get these are going to open up to the ground and then have like 2 meters of sliding doors, glass doors. I'm going to have a window up here. Of course, I won't see the window up here because there will be a wall here where the bathroom is, but there will be another one there, which is awesome. So that is the basic rundown for this floor. We've got the bedroom, which will be around 15 square meters. We'll have the bathroom, and then hopefully a little walk-in robe space over here. We're going to close that door off. We're going to open these up. We're going to add 2 windows either side. So this is going to become heaps lighter and fully functional because it'll have a bathroom and I won't have to go downstairs to use the ground floor bathroom. So you will exit these sliding glass doors to get out onto the terrace, and that's what I'll wake up to every morning, is this beautiful light coming in from the terrace. My feet are so dirty and gross right now. So out on the terrace, what is going to happen out here? Well, of course, we have the roof to do. Okay, this is a really unfinished roof. I think it was a last minute thought, and all they've done is just put these boards up on the roof just to protect it from water getting in. Now, when I made this video at the very beginning of my journey, people were worried for me that this was all asbestos. I have had it checked, it is not asbestos. So please, no need to say in the comments, you've got an asbestos roof. It is not. Okay, so these are all going to stay here. The ceiling is going to be like this ceiling here. Okay, that's going to run through and continue through here. Now, I have asked if they can raise this, and I've been told that that is going to be able to happen. So the roof will be raised just a little bit, assuming, of course, the builders don't say to me at the last minute, no, sorry, can't be done. But what will be, right? I'll accept what happens, and it'll still be beautiful. And so they're still going to use this material, but of course it'll be the wood, then it'll be that material, then it'll be, I believe, some insulation, and then it'll be the tiles on top. Now, as you can see, all of these walls need to be redone. They need to be made a lot more nice. All of these tiles need to be fixed. I don't know if you can see, but that floor is not straight. It slopes. I think it's been done that way so that the water would go out there. We've got these random hooks in the walls. I know in some houses they had hooks because they had animals that they tied up here. I do not think they brought animals up to a third floor, so I'm not sure what they use this space for. I'm going to keep this opening, and I'm going to have glass doors that fold and open up. So it's going to be like one glass panel, and those panels kind of fold and move back to the side. I have been told that I can open this more as well. So there will be lots of light that comes from here, and then that comes from out there as well. So hopefully I haven't forgotten anything, but that is the gist of what is going to happen up on the third floor. And that is all going to happen first. Now I'll put like a little sink in the corner or something here, because, you know, in the future when I have friends over and whatever, if they come up to the terrace, I'd like to be able to sit here and have tea or coffee with them or whatever, and be able to have a fridge up here as well, so I can make some stuff up here, but there will not be a full kitchen up here. I will go down to the ground floor for that. But just so that, you know, in the morning, or if I want to get up for a drink of water or something, I've got everything I need here. And then of course also, because I'm going to need to renovate the ground floor, I'm going to need to have somewhere to do my dishes. So I'm going to need to have a sink up here so I can do that. Okay, so let's head down to the ground floor and I'll show you what the plans are there. I just realized I've been looking in the wrong spot in the camera, so if my eyes are like looking in weird directions, it's just because I'm not really good at doing this. All right, let's head down to the ground floor. Check it out. We go through this room. My bedroom's to the left there. And then we come down this beautiful staircase, all marble. And we come into the kitchen. Now, before we go into the kitchen, one exciting change. I'm so excited about this. I think it's like the most exciting thing to me. This is the doorway currently. I'm going to move the doorway to where this window is. You're going to enter not into a stairwell, but you're going to enter directly into a kitchen, which makes much more sense and is going to open up this space more, because obviously I'll have a door here. And so this will be removed as well. This will be wider for a door. And then this will be closed off, I guess, from about that high. And that will all be window that can be opened as well. So that's fantastic. So we'll get light coming in through here, a window we can open, and then we will have a wider space here and more light coming in here. So very excited about that. So I looked into feng shui, and the other thing that it said was to not have your doorway go straight into a stairwell. Something about like abundance, money, those sorts of things just flowing out the door. Honestly, just the flow of a house coming into the warmth of a kitchen as opposed to coming into a stairwell just feels so much better for me. So I'm very excited to make that change. Okay, so when you enter into this space, this is going to be the kitchen and a little dining space here. Out the back there, we're going to have this all as what is called a dispenser. That would be like a pantry and storage space, and the laundry is going to be out there. And then, as you can see, there is the baño, the bathroom over there, so that will remain. This is where we're going to do all of this in stone, because underneath there will be beautiful stone under here. So it'll be all stone, 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 stone here. And then all of this will be redone in white, and that will be much nicer. So my plan is that you'll walk in this door, this doorway, and up to the stairs will still be there. When you come to this side here, this will have been opened somewhat because this is narrower than the doorway, so it'll come to, I guess, around there. But over in this corner, I'll have like a breakfast nook. So whether there'll be like a little round table or something there, it could even be like bench seats. And I'm thinking if they can, rather than attaching shelves, I'd rather like open this up, so cut into the stone and create shelving that's like recessed, that's like cut open here and even cut open here if possible. That would be cool. As you can see, there's not a lot of space in here. So the kitchen is going to be small, but it'll be cute. So it'll take up this here and this space here. I'm not sure if there'll be space to have some sort of island or like out here or here. We'll just see what's possible. But I think along here is where I will probably have like cooking, and then over here we'll have just bench and storage. And again, if I could cut open some little sections and have like some little shelving, because I can't put overhead cupboards because of this design. So I have to be very smart about how I create the kitchen, because it'll just be basically storage under here, storage under here. And then because I've got this space over here, I will use all of this for storage as well. And seriously, if anyone ever moves into a place like this that they want to renovate and it's somewhat livable, I highly recommend doing that, because I have learned so much about this house and how I want to use the space because I came in here early. Even though I'm living in the situation I'm living in, with the walls falling apart the way that they are, with like no kitchen, and it's okay, you can do it for a period of time. But had I not moved in beforehand, I would not have understood more about how I want this space to look and feel. This step will remain. I was asking the builder the other day about what the reason is for this being up, and I said, is it because the pipes are under here? And he said, no, it's probably because there's a lot of stone under here. So they've just raised it, just rather than having to dig away the stone, they've just lifted up the floor so that it's easier to just go over the top of the stone. There will be some piping underneath, because obviously the bathroom is here. And I'm really excited for this space. I originally thought maybe I would make it a bedroom or something like that, but no, I'm gonna make this all storage. So this is going to be pantry. I will have in this corner, I'm going to put like a wall here and have this as a laundry here. But yeah, so this will be, I guess, the section where sort of cleaning stuff is, and cleaning products and storage for the bathroom and whatever else. A little wall to separate the two sections, and then all of this space and all of this space will be storage for food and whatever else. Now, of course, these are all plans. These are all plans I've made with the geometra, and it is very possible that the builders come in and say, we can't do that, Bianca. So you have to be flexible to all these sorts of things. I don't know what's going to happen with this bathroom. I would love to use this space down the end here, whether the wall for the bathroom will remain there or whether we extend it all the way back and have a longer bathroom. But all of that needs to be redone as well, because it's not in the best state. In this little nook where I have an oven right now, I think I will knock this out just to have kind of more storage here. Storage. Fridge will either stay there or it'll go back into this space here. Oh, the one thing I didn't mention, a sink. So I would prefer to have the sink, I think, here to do the washing up, so that this space in here, I don't have to squeeze sink in here. I would rather have like more benchtop space for preparing food, and then the cooking space on this wall. And then, doing cleanup, I just take the dishes into this space here, wash them up, and then put them away. That's how I would like to space it out. Okay, so as mentioned, I'm gonna do the top floor first, move up there, live up there, then come down here, take all of the stuff that's down here, move it up between the second and the third floor, get all of this first level done. Then there will be the kitchen and the little dining space down here with all of the storage, functional bathroom down there. And then the final stage of the renovations will be to do the middle floor. So what exactly is the middle floor going to be like? You're going to come up these stairs, and this doorway here is going to remain, but it's not going to lead into the bedroom anymore. It's going to lead into a bathroom. Now you'll see on the plans that it says that the back room is labeled as a studio. You simply
cannot state that it's going to be a bedroom because there's no windows. So while I can do whatever I want with it and I can make it a bedroom, I can't say on the plans that it's going to be a bedroom. That's why it says studio, in case you're wondering. So come up the top of the stairs, open the door here, and you will have another bathroom here. So the bathroom won't fill this whole space, but it'll just be, I've got on my map here, it says a total of 4.53 square meters. So I guess it'll come in and maybe finish, I don't know, like to here, sort of that space here. Just so it is another bathroom, so that if somebody is sleeping up here, they don't have to go downstairs to go to the toilet. Because as much as I do it and I don't have a problem with it, it's a pain in the ass to go downstairs. You know, when I wake up in the morning and I'm half asleep and I'm like wandering down the stairs, I'm like having to hold onto the handrails so I don't fall. And I actually have fallen down these stairs before. I'm not a clumsy person at all. I don't know how that took place, but yeah, falling down the stairs is not ideal. I don't recommend it. But as a result of the bathroom only taking this sort of smaller or shorter space here, this bedroom will actually be bigger than the one I have upstairs. So it'll come out at around 16.51 square meters. And how you're going to get into this room, you're going to get in through the window. So this is all going to be opened up. So you come up the top of the stairs, you'll come through this door here into this space. And this space is going to be like a salotto, which is like a lounge room. This is going to be open up into a doorway. So again, more light is going to come through because all of this is going to be opened up. So whoever's my guest will come up the stairs and they will enter into their bedroom there. When they want to go to the bathroom, they will come out of this door and they will go into the bathroom that's right there. This room here will no longer be green. I do think it would be great to have a cool couch here and then have a projector here and project onto this wall here and have a projector here for like movie nights and stuff like that. Oh, and the other thing, this window here, I have been informed we can open that all the way to the ground. And so that will be like, do you call it a Juliet balcony? Basically, you won't be able to exit onto a balcony. It'll just be like, it'll be closed, but it'll be a door that opens, not a window. So that way we have more light coming in because it's all the way to the ground. So we've got more light coming through here. This will be open up, so more light going through there and the bathroom there.
So thanks so much for going through all of that with me. I hope you feel inspired just as much as I do and excited for what's to come this year and next year. I really do hope to have the top floor done by the end of this year. Then by the end of next year, I want to have all of the ground floor done and, well, the rest of the house actually, the ground and this floor. That would be my dream, to have it all done by the end of next year. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Thank you so much for being here, for subscribing, for hitting like, for sharing, for buying me a wine. See the description for all of those details to support the content that I'm producing and the work that I'm doing. Thank you for being here. I really, truly appreciate it. Bye for now.